So one of the important aspects in this process would be making the conversion of what's probably going to be mostly CAD data, or MicroStation perhaps, into GIS without having to have manual recapturing and loss of data and a time delay. So we've developed a product, as you know, called ACDC, as Constructed Design Certification, and no relation to the band, although has origins from the same country, Australia.
Yeah, I don't know how you got that name, but well done.
It's easy to remember, yeah. So can you just share with us some of your observations in getting familiar with the ACDC solution?
Yes, being vendor independent, we often evaluate different software products. So previously I've had the opportunity to evaluate some of the open spatial software. And just recently with our work in New Zealand with Wellington City Council, they were looking at an end-to-end solution. They've adopted all of our data standards. And initially they were looking to roll out 3 standards: stormwater, water and sewer. But they also recognised the importance of giving the industry a head start. So they didn't want to have any delays in the adoption. And one of the risks that we identified was there's no tools that you've got, what you want to do. So they asked us what products were in the marketplace. So at that time there was 2 products in the marketplace, which one of them was the ACDC product from Open Spatial. So they did the evaluation of those 2 products and they chose ACDC. And from what I've seen, it's actually it's a perfect matchup with what we offer the organisation, because we provide essentially the business rules. The standards are the business rules, the basic business rules about what data to collect. What's great about the ACDC product that Wellington has selected is that those business rules are incorporated into templates that ACDC offers that can be uploaded as menu items within the Autodesk products, right? Which enables people from a variety of Autodesk products to be able to use those menu choices. But probably more importantly, the web portal that they've provided is really going to change the game, because we've gone from you not only have to provide CAD and then have to have some GIS expertise to deliver data digitally in the machine-ready format, we now have people who are only CAD-centric providing those CAD products into this portal to be validated, and then your organisation does the integration with that council's, in Wellington's case, with their different information systems. So it was great for us, and look, I think it's a good product.
Great to hear. Do you feel that Wellington, did they have a backlog in terms of being able to assimilate submittals prior to the ACDC solution?
Yes, they had a backlog, which they're still working on, because they're just finishing their prototyping of the templates. And so the real value of that is that they've been doing the backlog, so they have a benchmark of what it takes them manually, and they've had one of their data entry people using the ACDC tools to do the data entry.
You touched on something interesting in those comments to me, and I hear this a lot, this issue of institutional knowledge, and how one district that I met with recently, a general manager said it's not institutional knowledge unless it's part of the institution. We've also had another district that we met with, we asked what their asset management system was, and they gave us the name of the person who had been working.
Yeah.
It wasn't a system, it was a human that they take very good care of and appreciate that he's
bet.
there. But can you talk a little bit about preservation of institutional knowledge?
Yes, we've gone through that a lot in Australia and still going through it. Local knowledge, we call it. Somebody retires after 45 years and all of that local knowledge is lost. So what we're doing with A-SPEC is actually saying, okay, we're drawing a line in the sand from this point onward, adopting A-SPEC, you will get this level of certainty about your data, about the process. It's then about the historical data, all the legacy data. How do you deal with that? Well, it's then about, well, what programs do you have in place dealing with inspections, dealing with the variety of functions that you carry out around your assets. You can then incorporate components of A-SPEC requirements into that. So over time, you bring your data up to the level that you've agreed that it should be at.
So you're applying the same standard that is in the template that your design firms are using for new submittals to your internal process,
Yes.
incorporating in.
Yeah, and that's another good thing about ACDC. It's because the organisation takes on board ACDC, has complete control of setting up those business rules and handing out those templates. They know the quality that they're going to get back. You know, and there's, like I said, there's only a couple of products in the marketplace that do that, and that's the one that I've had the most experience with at the moment.